Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing good and enjoying your online classes also children. So as you all are aware that we have started basic fundamental operations on fraction and we have completed with addition, subtraction and we have started multiplication yesterday. And in that we have done how we will multiply a fraction or a unit fraction with a whole number and a proper fraction with a whole number. So yesterday we understood what are the different steps which you are going to follow while doing that multiplication. So children, now we will see few of the question from the exercise 5.6 which we have already started yesterday, and yesterday we have completed up to question number 6. So children, let's start with the question number 7 which is again a multiplication of proper fraction by a whole number. So again we have this question multiply. So let's start that question number 7. Question number 7. Now these questions are related to multiplication. So we'll write only one heading and below this heading we'll do all the questions. 1 to 6 we have completed yesterday. So today we will start with the question number 7, which is product of a proper fraction by a whole number. Now what is proper fraction? Proper fractions are those fractions which has smaller numerator than denominator. Means numerator will be smaller than denominator. So that is called proper fraction. So now we'll do this question number 7. Now question number 7 is 5 by 6, which is an example of proper fraction, multiply by 16. 5 by 6 multiply by 16. Now what is the first step which we have seen yesterday? What is the first step which we are going to follow here? That is, so in the denominator, first of all, in the whole number you don't have anything in the denominator. So in denominator you will write 1. So 16 upon 1. Now what is the second step which we have done yesterday? That numerator will multiply by the numerator and denominator will multiply by the denominator. So this is our second step. Now 5 is going to multiply by 16. By 6 will be multiplied by 1. Now yesterday I have told you that in this step also you can reduce. If you will get any number, like here we have got 16 which is an even number and comes in the table of 2, and below we have 6 which is again an even number and comes in the table of 2. So we can cancel the 16 and 6 from the table of 2 in this step. So how we can do it? Now 2 8 times will be 16, 2 8 times will be 16 and 2 3 times will be 6. Now what is left in the numerator? That we will write it down. Now 5 multiplied by 8. By 3 will be multiplied by 1. Now understand this step again. What is given? Here you are been given with this question. Proper fraction is given to you which is 5 by 6. Now 5 by 6 is going to multiply by a whole number which is 16. So 5 by 6 multiplied by 16. Now we don't have denominator in the whole number. So on the place of denominator we will write 1. What we will write? We will write 1 over there, and after that 5 is going to multiply by 16 by 6 will be multiplied by 1. Now what we have to do? Now we have to do next, that is, here only we are going to find it out if any number or any numerator or denominator which comes in a common table. So we will reduce here only. Like here you can see you have 16 and 6. Now 16 and 6 both are coming in the table of 2. Means 2 is a common factor, so we can cancel it with the 2 here. 2 8 times and then 2 3 times. Now whatever numbers or whatever numerator will be left, that you will multiply. Now 5 will be multiplied by 8, by 3 will be multiplied by 1. Now 5 8s are what you will get? 5 8s are 40. By 3 1s are 3. Now you can tell me 40 by 3 is an example of which kind of a fraction? Yes, correct. So this 40 by 3 is an example of improper fraction. Improper fraction. So that is supposed to convert it into mixed fraction. So what we will do? Now we will divide 40 by 3. Now 3 1 times will be 3, then 1 0, then 3 3s are 9. 1 will be remaining. Now how to write it? QRD. Q, then R, and then the divisor D. So what is the quotient here? Quotient is 13. Remainder is what? 1 by 3. So this will be your answer of this question. So let's see this question again. What is the question? The question is given to you, that is 5 by 6 multiplied by 16. 5 by 6 multiplied by 16. Now 5 by 6 is an example of proper fraction. 5 by 6 is an example of proper fraction. So now here proper fraction is going to multiply by a whole number. So 5 by 6 is going to multiply by 16. Now we don't have anything in the denominator. So in the place of denominator, what I will write here? I will write 1 over there. After that, I will multiply numerator by the numerator and denominator by the denominator. So you have to remember all these steps carefully, and then you can easily do all the questions from the exercise. But then what you will do? You will multiply this numerator by the numerator. 5 is going to multiply by 16 and 6 is going to multiply by 1. So what you will get it? Now here you have to see if you have any common factor among the numerator or the denominator, then what you can do? You can do cancellation over here. You can cancel it over there, and then if they are coming in the common table, you will reduce on the second place only, and after that you will write the multiplication. Fine. Numerator, whatever will be left in the numerator, that you will write it down. Now here 5 will be multiplied by 8, by 3 will be multiplied by 1. Now do the multiplication, you will get it. 8 5s are 40. See, if you don't remember the table of 8, you can do it with vice versa. With 5 also. 5 8s are, that will become 40. So 40 by 3. Now this answer which you have got is an improper fraction. It is an improper fraction. Now what you have to do? You have to change it into mixed fraction. You have to change it into mixed fraction. So how will you change it into mixed fraction? You will divide 40 by 3. You will divide 40 by 3. So after doing division, the quotient is going to write it first, QRD. Many times I have told you to remember it, QRD. QRD. Quotient will be written on the place of whole number. The because quotient is whole and then remainder you will write above by the divisor. So these are the steps to write it in the mixed number. So you will use these steps and then you will do this question. So just like that, this multiplication question which we have done just now, again we will take next question, question number 8, which is again an example of proper fraction and an example of proper fraction multiplied by a whole number. So let's see question number 8. Now in question number 8 is one proper fraction is given to you all, and that proper fraction is supposed to multiply by a whole number. That proper fraction is supposed to multiply by a whole number. So let's start our question number 8, that is 9 by 16. Question number 8 is 9 by 16 multiplied by 12. 9 by 16 multiplied by 12. So what are the steps? What are the steps? What are the steps you are going to use here? So what are the steps you are going to use by doing this question? Now again here you can see you have been given with a fraction which is a proper fraction. See, again and again I am telling you what kind of a fraction is given. These things you will remember. Whenever you will get any fraction, what kind of a fraction is this? That you will repeat again and again, so that you will remember what are the different kinds of fraction, different types of fraction. What is the difference between proper fraction and improper fraction? See, yesterday also when we were doing multiplication of unit fraction by a whole number. So as many times we come across the unit fraction, I was repeating and again unit fraction are those fractions which have 1 in its numerator. So just like that, today we were doing multiplication of proper fraction by a whole number. So again and again I am repeating that what is that? What is that multiplication of proper fraction? What are proper fraction? Proper fraction are those fractions which have smaller numerator than denominator. So here you can see one example. 9 by 16 is an example of proper fraction. So that is supposed to multiply by a whole number which is 12. Now what is the first step? The first step that we will write 1 in the denominator. 1 we will write it in denominator. So 9 by 16 multiplied by 12 by 1. This is your first step. You are going to write denominator as 1 in the whole number. After that, you are going to multiply numerator by the numerator and denominator by the denominator. So 9 will be multiplied by 12 by 16 will be multiplied by 1. So as I told you in the previous question, if you are getting any number which is common in this second step, what you can do? You can reduce here only. How we can reduce? Can you find it out any number which is common? Yes. 12 is an even number and 16 is also an even number. Can you tell me any common table in which 12 and 16 both are coming? Yes. These both numbers comes in the table of 2 and 4 as well. So here we are going to reduce with 4. Why? Because if you will reduce it with 2, then again you have to reduce it with 2. So we will reduce it by 4. So let's start. 4 3s are 12, 4 3s are 12 and 4 4s are 16. See again, we have reduced it with the table of 4. 4 3s are 12 and 4 4s are 16. 4 4s are 16. So what is that? whatever numerator is left, 9 will be multiplied by 3 by 4 will be multiplied by 1. Now 9 threes are, what will be the multiplication now? 9 threes are 27 by 4 ones are 4. Now again you can see what kind of a fraction is this, what kind of a fraction is this. Tell me first, what kind of a fraction is this? That is improper fraction. Yes, I know it. Yes, I know that you all are aware of it, that it is a improper fraction. Now what is the next step you are going to do? You have to express it into mixed number. So what we will do here to express it into mixed number? We will do the division. So divide 27 by 4. 4 6 are 24, 1 will be remaining. Now 6 is what? Quotient. 1 is what? Remainder. And D is divisor, which is 4. So how we will write it? QRD. What is quotient? 6 Q R and D. 6 1 by 4. That will be your answer. 6 1 by 4, that will be your answer. So let's see this question again. What is given to you? You have been given with a fraction which is a proper fraction 9 by 16. Now what are proper fraction? Proper fractions are those fractions which have lesser or smaller numerator than denominator. So here you have been given with 9 by 16 multiply by 12. 9 by 16 multiply by 12. Now what is the first step? First of all, you will write 1 in the denominator of whole number. So 1 we will write here in the denominator of whole number. After writing 1 in the denominator of whole number, now the second step is what? Numerator will multiply by the numerator. Numerator will multiply by the numerator and denominator will multiply by the denominator. Now what is the next step? You have to see whether any numerator or denominator comes in a common table or they have any common factor. If you will find any common factor, that will be reduced by that common table. Now here we can see 12 and 16. 12 and 16 comes in the table of 4. So what we will do? We will reduce it by a common table which is 4. 4 threes are and 4 fours are. Now what is the next step now? Now numerator will multiply by the numerator. 9 will be multiplied by 3 by 4 will be multiplied by 1. So after doing multiplication you will get this fraction which is 27 by 4. Now this 27 by 4 is what? Is an improper fraction because numerator is greater. So it is an example of improper fraction. Now what you have to do? You have to change this improper fraction into mixed fraction. What is the step to change it into a mixed fraction? Now the step to change it into mixed fraction, you are going to do division. See, you can see here. I have divided 27 by 4, 4 6 are 24, 1 will be remainder. Now 6 will become quotient, 1 will become remainder and 4 will become divisor. Now the way to write it, that quotient will become the whole number and 1 will become the remainder. Q, R, D. Q, R, D. Divisor will remain there in the denominator. And on the place of whole number you will write quotient. On the place of whole number you will write quotient, remainder upon divisor. So these are the steps to remember it, how to do the question. Now the next question is a little bit bigger. So we'll take that question so that your query will be solved, that how to do these questions, or if any problem you will face, that we will discuss in online class. So children, will start with our question number 9. Come to question number 9. See, whenever you are watching my video now, whenever you are watching my video, you just sit with your book and notebook so that you can complete these questions along with my video only. Fine, now we will come to question number 9. Now question number 9 is 21 by 55. Again an example of proper fraction. 21 by 55 multiply by 5. Again an example of proper fraction. Again an example of proper fraction. So what are the steps here? What are the steps here? 21 by 55 multiply by 5. So what is the first step? First step is to write 1 in the denominator of whole number, because whole number doesn't have any denominator, and if we don't have any denominator in any question, you can write 1 on that place. So that is your first step. We will do it that 21 by 55 multiply by 5 by 1. This is your first step. Now what is the second step? That numerator will multiply by numerator and denominator will multiply by denominator. This is your second step. Numerator will multiply by the numerator and denominator will multiply by the denominator. Remember these steps so that the question will become very easier for you all. Now, as you can see, any common factor in the numerator and denominator, so on this place we are going to reduce it into lowest term. So here you can see 5 and 55. 5 and 55 both are the factors of 5. So now we can reduce it with the table of 5. 5 ones are 5 and 5 11 times will be 55. 5 ones are 5 and 5 11 times will be 55. Now what is left now? 21 will be multiplied by 1 and below 11 will be multiplied by 1. So you got it 21 by 11. Now 21 by 11 is an example of which kind of a fraction? Improper fraction. So what you are going to do? You are going to do division to change it into mixed fraction. So let's start it. Dividing 21 by 11. 11 1 times will be 11. Now what is left here? 10 will be remaining. Now what is the quotient? We are going to write it in which form? QRD. We are going to write it in which form? QRD. QRD. So let's write it. What is that? Q is 1, remainder 10 by 11. 1, 10 by 11. 1, 10 by 11. So what we have done in this question? Let's see again. What is given to your question? You have to multiply proper fraction, which is 21 by 55. By 5, which is a whole number. Now 21 by 55 multiply by 5. Now 5 by 1. Why I have written 1? Because if you don't have any denominator, so on the place of denominator you will write 1. What you will write? You will write 1 over there. So after writing 1, then what we have to do? Next step. Numerator is going to multiply by the numerator. Numerator is going to multiply by the numerator. And denominator is going to multiply by the denominator. After multiplication, you will find it out. Once we have written this, then on this step we will find it out whether any numerator or denominator has any common factor. If the numerator and denominator has any common factor, so on this step you will do cancellation, and then means that will be cancelled by the common factor. Here 5 ones are and then 5 11 times, and then we can multiply the numerator by numerator and denominator by denominator. Now, if you are getting answer in improper fraction, then you are going to convert it into mixed fraction. That is QRD. That is QRD. So we will write it in the form of this quotient, remainder and divisor. And then we will complete this question. So now we will take one more example here. The next one. So children, I hope this question number 9 is clear to you all. Now we will take question number 10. Sometime you will find that in numerator and denominator you have a common number. So that number you can do cancel also. Cancel means you can reduce by a common factor. So here we will take question number 10 now. Question number 10 is 6 by 11, which is again an example of proper fraction. Now that will be multiplied by 11, which is a whole number. So what is the first step here? 6 by 11 multiplied by 11. Now in the denominator we don't have any number. So what we will write here? 1. What we will write here? 1. Now what is the second step? We are going to multiply numerator by the numerator and denominator by the denominator. Now you can see in this step that in numerator and denominator you have got one common factor, which is 11. So 11 one times and 11 one times. Now what is left? Above you can see 6 into 1, then 1 multiplied by 1. Or simply you can write 6 ones are 6 by 1. Or you can write it as 6 also. Because whole number, no need to specify the denominator. We consider is that in all the whole number we have 1 as a denominator. So children, I hope this question 10 is clear to you all. See what is given in this question. Here you have been given with 6 by 11 into 11. Now we have 11 as a common factor in the numerator also and in the denominator also. So we can cancel it just like that and then we can write it. Now 6 will be multiplied by 1 into 11 into 1. Now 11 will get cancelled here and then we will get 6 will be multiplied by 1. By 1 will be multiplied by 1, which we will get it 6 by 1 or 6. Fine. Now we will take today's last question, which is again an example of proper fraction and with a whole number. This is our last question of today, and after this question you have few questions in your book. Which you are supposed to do it yourself. That is question number 12, you will do it yourself. So today we will take last question 11, that is 3 by 4. Sometime it will be there that you will not get any common factor also. Sometime it will happen that you will not get any common factor. So in this case, what we will do? You can see this 5 and then we will write 1 here. So if we are not getting any common factor, what we will do? We will multiply numerator by the numerator and denominator by the denominator, and then what we can do here? Yes, we can multiply 3 5s are 15 by 4 1s are 4. We simply do the multiplication. We don't require to do it anything else. Fine. If we did it, we will not get any common factor. What we have to do? We have to multiply the numerator by the numerator and denominator by the denominator. Now what is the next step here? The next step is, because this fraction is in improper fraction, so you are supposed to convert it into mixed fraction. So that we will convert it. 4 3 times will be 12. Now 3 will be remaining. So we can write it QRD. and D. 3 by 4. 3 by 4. That will be your answer. So I hope that is clear to you all. What we have done today, we have done multiplication of proper fraction by whole number. Now question number 12, you will do it yourself. So that's all for today, children. Have a good day.